Hi guys, we came down to Fultz tonight. We've had a lot of rain the past couple days, and we're just going to cruise the road back and forth and try to find some frogs. There's a specific type of frog I'm going to be looking for tonight. I kind of really want to see the narrow-mouthed toad, which, despite the name narrow-mouthed toad, is actually a frog. It's a threatened species here in Illinois. So we're going to cruise this road up and down. We just basically drive real slow, the brights on, and just scan back and forth, and then slam on the brakes and jump out if we see anything. So let's get going. Hey, this guy's sitting in the middle of the road here. I'm gonna move my hands because he's gonna try to jump. These guys can make huge leaps. But now he's just gonna sit all calm. But he's a bullfrog. He's a pretty small one actually compared to how big they can get. They get great giant things. And these guys are crazy. They're literally like 100% stomach. These guys will eat anything that will fit down their throat. There's been studies done where they would do dissections of them, roadkill and stuff, to see what was in their stomach, see what they had been eating. And there is everything from like Slim Jim wrappers to baby squirrels to all kinds of crazy things, trash, anything that'll fit down these guys' throat they'll eat. So they're pretty big generalists. They'll literally anything that goes past them that they can fit down their throat, even stuff that won't fit down their throat. They've been found choking to death on things like catfish, where they tried to eat this big giant catfish or something and just choked to death and died. So they're pretty wild guys. But this is actually not that big a one. I mean, he looks pretty big for as many frogs as we've seen around here, but they actually get huge. I mean, this is a big frog here. He's neat. They make these great huge leaps, they're real long leaps. He's probably the most common frog in Illinois. These guys and the leopard frogs. There's just so many of them. He's neat though. We're gonna turn him loose. Oh, he's got really pretty colors on his face. He's got real pretty green on his lips. He's neat. Okay, we're gonna turn him loose though. We're gonna get him off the road so that he doesn't get smashed out here. But we're gonna put him right over here. Hey guys, check these out. I got two gray tree frogs here, but the reason I want to show you guys these is they're both gray tree frogs, but they exhibit such a variance in color. This one's dark gray, and this one's actually green. He's not the green tree frog, he's a gray tree frog. You can tell the difference between, well, the green tree frog has a yellow, kind of white yellow stripe that runs down his side, but these guys have this really pretty, come on, don't cooperate guys. They have this really pretty yellow color underneath their legs, like kind of on their thighs. It's really bright yellow. It's really cool. These guys got those great big toe pads and stuff. They're really neat. They're really supremely adapted for living in trees and stuff like this. They're so cool. We're going to turn these guys loose. We're going to put them back in their tree here. But I just wanted to show you how, completely different. Two of the exact same species of tree frog, can look so different. Neon green and dark gray. That's weird. Hey, just crossing the road here, I got out of the car to check out something I thought was a frog, and it turned out to be a squash beetle. But we found this little guy. He was flying, man. He was hauling butt. It's a long-tail salamander, and he's got that real long tail. You can see he's got a real neat tail. Yeah, he was hauling butt. You should have seen this guy flying across the road. He was cool. We're gonna turn him back loose though. I've never seen one of these cross the road. This is kind of cool. But we're gonna put him back on the side of the road so he doesn't get squashed. Hey guys, the rain's starting to pick up here. It's kind of chilly now, but check this guy out. We found this guy across the road. The other bullfrog we found tonight wasn't nearly this big. Look how big that guy is. This guy's awesome. He's cool. Look at, here's this defensive thing. He just acts dead. Usually, some of the male bullfrogs, the male ones, if you upset them, they have these really funny things they do. When they're upset, they're aggressive things. They puff all up and get on their tiptoes, and they go, that's real funny. This guy's not quite doing it. We're going to toss him over in the weeds, though. I just kind of want to show you because he's got really cool colors on his back, and he's, definitely bigger than the other one. Whoop. There he goes. Hey guys, look, we actually found what we came out here to find. This little tiny thing right here in front of me is the narrow-mouthed toad, and this is like a full-grown adult right here. He's about as big as they get. Come here. So he's a tiny little thing. But the reason I wanted to find him is the reason he's so special is because he's a threatened species here in Illinois. These guys are having a real hard time they're kind of habitat specialists. They like swampy wetlands. And people just drain the wetlands and stuff, trying to get rid of mosquitoes and, you know, for land cultivation and stuff like that. So these guys are really having a problem with the disappearing wetlands sort of a deal. Oh man, it's really raining, isn't it? These guys are so cool though. They have this funny ability. This is a really primitive toad. He's, you know, unchanged for really, really long periods of time. And he's got this little funny fold of skin across the back of his neck. And that's because he eats ants for a diet, all right? Which is kind of bizarre, first off, you know, because that's like his main diet is ants. And so he's got this funny little thing he can do with his face where he can suck it back into his body, almost like a turtle. You know, he pulls it all back. And that's so when he's eating, ants get like on his face and in his eyes. And so he pulls his head back and it scoops the ants off his face. It's kind of cool. It's a pretty bizarre little creature. He looks real weird. I mean, he's got this real big, bulbous, fat body and this tiny, tiny little head. He's so cool. He's such a small little thing. It's a shame. We've seen a lot of them squashed here tonight, and it's, man, you know, seeing anything else squashed is one thing, but seeing a threatened species squashed on the road is, man, I don't even know. It's just so terrible. I'll tell you what, we're messing with these guys. We've been catching these frogs tonight, and I wipe my eyes and wipe my nose, just, you know, kind of not thinking about it, and they have this, you know, amphibians have like toxic skin, so my eyes burned and my nose got all runny and stuff for a long time. It was pretty miserable. Oh man, the rain's really picking up. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna turn this little guy loose. Hey guys, we're packing up and getting out of here. The rain's really starting to pick up, and I'm soaking wet from laying on the floor with that narrowmouth toad, so we're gonna get the heck out of here. We'll be back. There's a few other things I want to see. I really want to get the narrowmouth toads calling because they have a really funny call. So we'll definitely be back sometime. This is like the first week they're out of hibernation, so they'll be calling probably within the next week or two, and we'll definitely be back out here. I want to get some film of them calling, but to do that I have to get in the swamplands. You have to get soaking wet, and it kind of entails finding a narrowmouth toad and then just staring at him for, you know, hours and trying to wait for him to call. So we're gonna pack up and get the heck out of here right now. I'm too soaking wet to do this anymore.